Waiting for the streams to start up. Welcome to Midjourney's Promptcraft Live. Promptcraft Live. Craft Live. You never know what's going to happen on Promptcraft Live. Never know. But today you
Here's the
do.
other one.
Today you do know what's going to happen on Promptcraft Live. On Promptcraft Live today, we are going to play test an educational game. This game will use a buzzer, and we'll have to see if this buzzer is something that people are willing to use. Certainly, if you're joining from an iPad or an iPhone, the buzzer is probably not going to be something you can do. But who here in Discord has joined from a desktop computer? Anyone besides me? I'm on a desktop.
Would it be better if I did that?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, let's see if I can get on.
Okay. Ted's got a desktop. Tennyson, excellent. Wendy, I know, has a desktop. Bo, I'm not sure.
Is that Simon?
MacBook is good. MacBook is good.
Is that Simon?
I don't know.
Hitting the golden buzzer.
Yeah, we're gonna try a buzzer. Okay, let me see if I can put this.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm very cold. But I showed you there. I showed you the difference that I even got to play with Asian influence, and I'm having a good time.
Excellent.
Who would have thunk it?
Is there anyone by any chance on YouTube who can confirm that that all participants are being heard on YouTube? I can confirm that myself if necessary. Just takes a beat. It's a little bit weird for me to load up my own stream. It kind of overpowers my system a little bit, but let's.
I just have to scroll up to find the link to YouTube.
Oh, right.
Loving your glasses.
Let's see. Make sure everyone can be heard. My own stream, it kind of overpowers my system a little bit, but let's.
All right, I can hear myself and you on YouTube.
You can. Okay.
Yes.
So that means that we've got everything going that we need going. So let me introduce this game and this buzzer. This is the buzzer URL. When you join, it's going to look like this as you see on my screen. And I will give you the game code. We'll give it a try. Oh, let me unmute Nakdi, Wooly. Okay. The game code is, God knows where the game code is. The game code got put away. The game code is please, will it still be in here? Oh, for crying out loud. All right, let's find out what the game code is, shall we? The game code is 816343. 816343, and put in your nickname. Okay. I suggest that you click and unclick this sound thing so that you don't make a big noise in your ear. When you have this up, go ahead and click the buzz button so that it registers here so I can see.
Okay, I'll be
that
right back.
you've done it. So far, I have Symbolium, myself, and Collect.
Here I am.
Okay.
Buzzed.
I am looking for the buzz. That's interesting. It didn't add your name here. Ah, crap.
Uh,
816343. All right, Symbolia, Collect, Ted Breakdancing, Tennyson, John Bones, and Promptogram. Excellent.
Should we like refresh to see the whole user list? Because I only have 3.
Yeah, I only have 3 too. You click this button, huh? Let me clear buzzers.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Okay.
Okay.
Click again.
Oh, it's like only the first 3 get in.
Only the first 3 are shown. Oh, I see.
Hmm.
I see. Allow me to show to you. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can expand it to show more players. I guess it doesn't matter. I would like to show more players.
Yeah, Clarinet, is this would this educational game be good for beginners?
Maybe. I don't think so, but we can try it.
No, there's some. I'm in support right now, just doing doing this report thing, and somebody's just come in and said, "Oh, hi guys, I'm really overwhelmed. Is there any tutorials for beginners or help to get me started?" And I can't. I jumped in before Rubber Ducky got in there, one of the billing support guys. He was like, "Oh, here's some resources and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, Clarinet's doing a live right now." He goes, "Oh, I think that's a bit too much for somebody who's new." I thought, "Oh, okay, I'll ask
It
Clarinet."
might.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this game is. I'm gonna show you a prompt, and you're gonna buzz in to say what's wrong with the prompt.
Oh, yeah, that's no good for a newbie, is it? Yeah, okay.
I mean, he might want to
Oh,
watch.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think Rubber Ducky sent him to FAQs and stuff. Never mind.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were going to say yes. It's perfect for a beginner. I don't know. I don't.
Not in this case.
No,
Not
never
in
mind.
this case. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, I think it would be
Yeah,
nice to watch.
yeah. Oh, Ash is
Um,
here. He's just he's in the chat now. He's muted and deafened, but he's here. He's popped in.
ASA.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. I'll mute myself.
Hi, Mommy, Bokan. We are using this cool buzzer system. So for this game that we're going to try. So what I'm asking is, the game doesn't have a name yet, but we can name it after we play around. What I'm hoping is to get, let's see, we have, there's Bokan is in, Symbolia, Promptogram, John Bones, Tennyson, Ted Breakdancing, Collect. Anyone else want to try? Basically, all I'm going to do is give you a prompt, and you buzz in to say what's wrong with the prompt. And there's not just one thing wrong with the prompt. There are specific things wrong with the prompt. Yeah, not what's wrong with me personally. That could keep us here all day. Not the prompt and the goal. That's an interesting question, Collect. Let's see how that goes. when I designed it, what I did is I wrote down what I thought the rules were for prompting, the rules loosely. And then I intentionally wrote prompts that violated two or three of those rules. Well, you can assume the goal by looking at what the prompt is struggling to do. None of the prompts are so esoteric that you can't guess easily what the person's trying to do. Yes, this is all about prompt adherence. And some of us will be able to find many, many more things wrong with the prompt than what I found. But the goal is prompt adherence. This is, you can imagine a newbie or something has typed in this prompt. They're not getting what they want. And you're going to buzz in and say, I know what's wrong with this prompt. Okay, hold on. I got to get this. My screen is moving around a lot. Let me see if I can get this all situated. Okay. Round one. Yes. Any questions before we start? Is there anyone who wants to play? Yes, Simone.
Sorry, it's telling me that there's no game.
Have you entered the buzzer, the game number?
Yes.
Was there a typo? It should look like this
I'm going
game
back in.
code. And then
Yeah, I'm going back in.
I'm going to go back into just to show people how it's done. You join.
I have a double. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. I
No,
mean,
yeah.
part of what we're testing is this buzzer easy enough that people can easily jump on. I chose this one. It's ugly, but I chose this one because it was really easy.
Did you see? Can you see me there?
I see you. I see you logged in. Okay, we have Symbolia, Himbo, Simone, Gravenbach, Bokan, Promptogram, John Bones, Tennyson, Ted Break Danson. Did I miss anyone? Stu, are you going to give this a try?
Take your shit.
You guys are doing great. We'll give it a go. I would involve Asa, or Antoine. All right. And collect. Oh, I didn't say collect, but you're in the list. All right. So you're in. Oh, okay. Well, this might be fun to listen to too. All right, round one. This isn't timed or anything because, of course, when you buzz in, it's all you have to do is buzz in when you think you can name all three things wrong with the prompt. There are three things wrong with the prompt. Okay, let's try it. Round one. Can you name all three things going wrong with this prompt? A lonely traveler wanders through a forgotten kingdom, his footsteps silent beneath a sky full of memories. Simone thinks she can say what's wrong with the prompt. Symbolia and Bokan. Okay. Simone, what three things would you guess are wrong with this prompt?
Too verbose. Too many adjectives, and it has it's not giving. Oh God, what did she say? The character's description.
Okay. Symbolia, what is your answer?
A Forgotten Kingdom, Silent Footsteps, and Sky Full of Memories.
Why are you calling out those phrases?
Because they don't have a visual representation.
Okay, they're abstract.
And most likely, Midjourney will not understand.
Okay, brilliant. And Bokan, what is your answer? Or do you join either Simone or Symbolia with their answers? Oh, Bokan says lonely wanders through kingdom ruins, his footsteps silent beneath. So okay. Well, collect. This person is obviously trying to get a lonely traveler. That's all we can tell. So I think that all three of you get points because the problem is abstract language and emotional framing. What does lonely look like? What does a forgotten kingdom look like? What do silent footsteps look like? What does a sky full of memories look like? So while Midjourney would probably make this gorgeous, it may not be what the user expected when they typed it in because all of those things are abstract emotional words.
Mhm.
Okay, good job. Points for each of you.
Yay.
And in theory, this is tracking points. So, oh, it wasn't. Hold on. I have to add a point to each of you. All right. Points board. Okay, so I'm going to clear the buzzers. We're going to do round 2. Round 2. Hands on your buzzers, please. A futuristic product mock-up designed for a minimalist app interface. Ah, shit, I put the violations in there. Ignore that. Oh, okay. Well, this round is free to whoever wants to buzz in. A futuristic product mock-up designed for a minimalist app interface. What would you say is going on with this one? We've got John Bones. Anyone else? Simone? Bokan, you gonna try it? Okay, Bokan. All right, John, you're the first up. What would you say is wrong with this prompt despite the fact I gave it away by pasting in the wrong thing? Let's pretend that didn't happen.
No description of the product or what kind of product it is.
Right there, this person put the purpose explanation in there, and Midjourney doesn't know how to handle purpose explanations.
Right.
Okay, Simone, what would you say is wrong with this prompt?
Exactly. What is futuristic? Kind of look like the product. What product is it? And then, shoot. Can you repeat the phrase? I'm sorry.
A futuristic product mock-up designed for a minimalist app interface.
Okay. And then the interface. What does he want the interface to do?
Okay, very good. Bokan, the wrong type of description, poor knowledge. I think all of you are landing on what is asked for here, right? There's a purpose explanation, which was exactly, John, what I wrote this to highlight. People saying what stuff is for. Midjourney doesn't understand that. But Bokan and Simone both found the non-visual language. Language that does not really instruct Midjourney what it looks like. So I think that John Bones gets 2 points for landing exactly on the thing that I did, and Simone and Bokan each got a point for being correct. Woohoo! All right. Round 3, hands on your buzzers, please. I will not paste in the answer this time. Round 3, a character stands in a full body pose, but the feet are not shown. Oh, I didn't clear the buzzer? Clearing the buzzer, okay. Buzz in if you can say what's wrong with this. Okay, Simone. What is something that is wrong with this prompt?
What character? Who is he? And feet are not shown. Okay. And then full body pose, but is it what which way? Is he standing face forward? Is he,
So you're
shoulders are
saying it's
moved? What does
vague.
he look like?
What
Very vague.
vague? What's
No
the
explanation whatsoever.
Okay, very good. Collect. Can you name what things are wrong with this prompt? Do you have your microphone? Was I smart enough to give you a microphone? There you go. You should be able to unmute now. Collect is typing. Not shown. Everything else is fine, and I will argue if you say there are more mistakes. Okay. Yeah, if the person doesn't really care what the character looks like. And you're saying it should be a character stands in a full body pose, but the feet? But the feet are? But the feet are. I mean, technically, why not? Okay. Technically, in the most technical sense, promptogram, you are correct. The negation will not work. Technically speaking, collect understands that a character stands in a full body pose, but the feet are is if that's your style, maybe that's a very helpful prompt. But what Simone and Bocan pointed out is that Midjourney can't guess what your character would be. And a full body pose is not well accomplished just by saying full body pose. Bocan says if you prompt feet or shoes, then you'll start to get that full body shot. Himbo points out stand implies feet, so that maybe you're pointing out a redundancy, Himbo. Mentioning the feet does help getting a full body. That's right. You guys didn't buzz in. Okay, so Simone gets a point. Collect gets a point. Bocan gets a point, and then who else? Promptogram gets a point for answering. Himbo. Did I miss anyone? The thing that I reject here is that we assume that the prompter has an idea of the details. Maybe they don't care. Fair enough. I am not going to withhold your point. Then maybe they're exploring to see what happens. This is valid. This is very valid. All right, round 4. Round 4. What is going on with this prompt? As in, if you think you know, a small dog with a tentacle for a tail. A small dog with a tentacle for a tail. Oh, Bocan. Who else we got? Who else can speak to this one? Bocan is in the lead with Simone as a close second. Followed by John Bones. Tennyson has buzzed in. Simone, okay. Starting off this round with Bocan, what sort of things would you say are wrong with this prompt? Nothing. Okay. Tennyson, what is your answer? It will give the dog a tentacle as well as a tail. Tennyson, can you articulate why that is so? Both words are mentioned, so it wants to paint both. All right. And Simone, what would you say? How would you
It's
criticize
also
this
vague.
prompt?
It's also vague.
Vague.
It's a small dog with a tentacle for a tail. It probably would listen to the tentacle for a tail, but also
Okay.
there's no environment. The type of dog, what's the dog doing? It has no description of anything else except for the tentacle for a tail. It might just give you a tail with a tentacle. That's it.
Got it. Got it. Okan, you just said dog with a tentacle tail. What is your improvement doing there? What did you do when you did that? Because it gives it a tail status. Oh, because it gives tentacle the status of being a tail. Well, let's look at this one. I only am stopping to look at this one because no one got it.
Really?
Really. A small dog with a tentacle for a tail. Gets you dogs. Blended with tentacles in crazy ways. Not helpfully.
Hmm.
And that's because for a tail, or a tentacle for a tail, is not, and Midjourney doesn't understand what the prepositional phrase for a tail means. Dogs have tails. Dogs look a certain way. Tentacles have their own archetype. So the prompt needs to be, do you see how this improved prompt creates a single tentacle for a tail? Like this. Not all of them are better, but most of them are better. It took a long time figuring this out. A useful prompt would be something like this.
I can't read that.
A small canine form with a lone purple tentacle extension curling behind. Photography. That's an example of how this prompt problem can be solved. That's very cute, Colette. What it's doing is it's taking out the word dog. By taking out the word dog, we loosen Midjourney's grip on the archetype of dog, because the archetype of dog has a tail. We're also changing, yeah, canine is a synonym. We also took out the word tail, right? And we also made sure we said lone, meaning by itself.
I still
And
don't get why that didn't work.
because of archetypes. The archetype of a dog includes a dog's tail.
What if you
The
said a
archetype,
small, like, cocker spaniel with a tentacle of a tail?
it doesn't really work. I mean, you can experiment with all of those, but often for problems like these, one of the things that helps the most is to use a synonym for the subject. Of course, collect. I was able to create all kinds of solutions to this. It is like describing what you want to see instead of what it is.
Mine worked.
Photo of a small dog with a tail made of. Midjourney is much stronger with made of than foray.
Oh, it didn't do single though. I have one that came out with a single.
Very good. That was a
I said a
challenging
chihuahua
one.
with a tentacle as a tail.
Tail in the shape of, tail made of. Some of those things are better. Loosening its grip on tentacle and dog gives you more control. By the one I pasted didn't say it, but for some reason when I said collect, you can tell me what you think of this one. When I said tentacle like, Even though I know for a fact Midjourney has no idea what that means. Perhaps the fact that I disrupted the token by adding the hyphen, like, helped it helped it out. I don't know. I don't know what the explanation for that might be, but tentacle-like was pretty successful. Yeah. It wasn't an exact match. Pentacle Life is not an exact match. You can see all my experiments here. I like this one, but he had many tails. A pug with one tentacle on his rear end. Adorable and disturbing. I thought the hyphen joins the ideas closer together. That's right, Himbo.
It's really ugly, but I did a chihuahua with a tail made of a single tentacle.
Excellent. Good job. Welcome, Damage Case. Those of
It
you
is disturbing.
coming in later. Nagimon, this is Promptcraft Live today. We are really play testing a game which doesn't have a name yet, and which involves a buzzer. If you would like to play, you need to go to this URL, which I will paste in your Discord chat, and give it the game code, and then you'll be able to buzz in and play the game with us. Let me grab that information for you. Try that. buzzin.live/play. So far we've had, you can see, a tremendous success across the board. Apparently I'm logged in 3 times here. Welcome, Damage Case, to the game. What we are doing is buzzing in and calling out things that are wrong with the prompt. If no one guesses what I wanted to showcase in the prompt, then I'll do a deeper dive. So far, everyone is on the ball. This is our advanced users group. Those of you joining us via Twitch and Discord and so on, you are welcome to try playing remotely. I know you can't reach the buzzer. I suppose I could put the buzzer in your chat. On the off chance you want to try the buzzer, it's in your chat. Maybe we'll see some people join. Right. Welcome, Senior Carlos. Okay, round 5. How this game works is I'm going to give you a prompt that I designed to have a few things wrong with it, and it's up to you to try to spot something wrong with it. So when you spot something wrong with it, buzz in, and I will call on you to give your answer. Round 5 coming up, a hyper-detailed photoreal close-up macro photograph of a dew-covered spiderweb in Ultra 8K HDR realism. Buzz in if you can say anything that's wrong with that prompt. Collect, you are going to answer nothing. I'm on to you. Okay, we are our first 3 players. Collect, what would you say is wrong with this prompt, if anything? Ultra 8K HDR. Collect, why would you say Ultra 8K HDR is a problem? Can you articulate why that's no good, Nick? Because the tokens represent something different than the user expects. Chaotic tokens. All right, Bokan, what's your answer? And those of you who didn't buzz in, you're welcome to put your answer down and try to earn a point. Like Damage Case and Himbo. Bokan is probably, oh, here we go. Bocon says a hyper detailed photorealistic close up macro photo. Oh, dew covered spider web macro picture photographic lighting. Is that your rewrite? Bocon? Okay. Why did you rewrite it that way? Can you articulate it? I know. It's okay, Colette.
Can I
You
say
think,
mine?
yeah, Simone, do it.
Okay, so it's not valid. It's contradictory kind of thing. It's overkill, I guess you could say. Um, if you want quality, I guess you would say you would give like heart, something like if you wanted dramatic, high contrast, or like I do cinematic lighting, um, or for hyper clarity, I would say sharp focus. I would say like vivid color or, glowing lights, something like that. But
Okay, so you would use more visual detail.
yeah, because that's what I have to do for what I, do,
Yeah.
but that ultra 8K HDR, it doesn't exist, basically.
Got it. So, right. So I would give a point to Collect and I would give a point to Simone, but I am not sure about a point to Bocon. Fidelity words like hyper detailed, do not increase Midjourney's detail. Midjourney can't get more fidelities if you give it fidelity language. You can't increase its resolution. You can't increase its level of detail, not by asking for it. So hyper detailed is a ding, I would say. If this person is trying to have tight control over their prompt. Photo real, if it sounds like the person's trying to go for photography, realism terms generally produce they produce realism, which is a painterly term used by painters to describe paintings. So if we assume that photoreal is a reach for photographic, then we've got two dings: hyper detailed, which doesn't increase fidelity, and photoreal, which decreases photographic realism. Close up and macro are contradictory. Macro photograph is microscopically close, and a close-up is in comparison further back. The camera's further back. So I would ask the user to pick between those two. And then Ultra 8K HDR realism. Ultra 8K is again fidelity overload. Asking for Ultra 8K does not increase Midjourney's fidelity. HDR is a series of letters that does not reliably correspond to any visual help. And realism is just the same problem with photoreal. So we've got fidelity overload. We've got uncorrelated tokens. So Damage Case says, I'm going to be contrarian to the contrarians and say that the 8K HDR stuff might be useful if you're trying to make something that would show off an HD TV. Damage Case has made this point before. If you use 8K HDR, it's so strongly correlated to advertisements about televisions that often it adds a television to your canvas.
Yeah, but the thing is, it isn't real photographic in treatment while you're in Midjourney. You know what I'm saying? Like Midjourney doesn't register it as photographic.
Right. HDR is a screen setting, says Bocon. HDRI is the source used for HDR. None of them have been tested as being reliable help. That said, if you are not troubleshooting your prompt, if you like what these words do, they're not bad. They're just possibly chaotic if you're trying to seek prompt adherence. If you're trying to make sure that Midjourney obeys your prompt, you may find that these terms are less reliable than you would hope. That said, if they do add stylistic qualities that you like, we're all artists here, and everything like that is fine.
It's not photographic though.
Bokan says, by talking about lighting, not realism, the techniques used in the studio, the same logic. Bokan, are you defending HDR? Is that what you're talking about? Sorry, I know you're typing so that I'm a beat behind on what you're saying. Photographic. By talking about lighting, not realism, the techniques used in a studio, you might get more photographic images, is what you're saying. Got it. Yes, that's a nice point. Noob Lady, did you want to join the game? Welcome to Promptcraft Live. We are currently playing a game that has no name. We should think about what to name it. One of the things we're doing with this game is play testing using a buzzer. I've put the buzzer URL and game code in your Discord chat. If you would like to join up, throw that in your web browser, type in the game code there, and you'll appear at the bottom of our list here after Senior Carlos, I believe. So far, Simone is in the lead, followed by Bokan and Collect and John Bones with Program Hemo and Symbolia in the last place there. Some of you have participated in chat even without buzzing in, and I'm going to assign points for that. So Damage Case gets a point. And let's see, who else? Himbo. Okay.
So I put in a beautiful woman sitting under a tree. With cinematic lighting. The kind of style I put was kind of romantic. I gave the aspect ratio with a wide screen. And excuse me, my goodness. And I said, make it more photographic. And it came out really beautiful. And I got rid of like all those things because Midjourney doesn't focus on the render. It focuses on what you want to see.
That's
and like
right.
8K doesn't exist.
Very nice. Very good, Simone. Before long, we're going to have you volunteering in the Promptcraft room to help people out.
Me
Yeah.
or Con?
You.
I don't think so. I'm gonna shut up now.
All right. Round 6. Are you guys ready for round 6? Oh, thanks, Steamboat. A painting of HDR. Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's HDMI.
Round 6. Hands on the buzzer, please. Noob Lady, how this works is I'm going to give you a prompt that has at least one thing wrong with it. Smack your buzzer if you think you can name something wrong with the prompt and earn a point. Not wrong with the prompt. I shouldn't say that. It's not wrong. It's just we're assuming that for this point of this game, Noob Lady, we're assuming the person is trying to control their canvas and they want high prompt adherency. They're not trying to explore or discover. They're trying to make something very specific. Right, unhelpful to get for prompt adherence. This is a prompt adherence game. So for example, round 6, a wizard, an astronaut, a knight, and a cowboy pose on a mountain peak above a ruined city. Buzz in if you think you can name something that will not help the person who's trying to write this prompt, something that is going to hurt prompt adherence in some way. Can anyone name something that might hurt the prompt adherence here? Da,
Did somebody go
da, da,
first
da,
because
da.
of kids out
Okay.
coughing?
We've got Simone, we've got collect, we've got damage case. Let's start at the bottom. Damage case. Let me unmute you in case you want to speak. Can you articulate something? That's okay. Well, we'll let you type and move on to collect. Can you articulate something that might not, well, it might work against the prompt adherence? Okay, you guys type. A wizard, an astronaut, a knight, and a cowboy pose on a mountain peak above a ruined city. What might hurt the prompt adherence of a prompt written like this? Can you articulate it? Even if you didn't buzz in, you're welcome to try to grab a point by answering in chat. Damage case says pose might be
Okay,
too
sorry.
vague. I'd start with a sentence describing the scene and then describe what the characters are. 4 men stand on a cliff overlooking a ruined city. Okay, and Collect says setting up the scene is missing. Something simple like 4 different friends would help. Aha! I see Damage Case and Collect said the same thing. And Pose puts them together. What do you mean, Bokan? Himbo says the blend of the individuals in the list above is relatively weak. The items are not defined enough. Oh, I am definitely giving Damage Case a point, and I'm giving Collect a point. And I'm giving
got one.
Himbo a point. Go ahead. Go for it, Simone.
No negating language. So
Where's
it's
the negation?
partially veiled in the myth, you would say. It's visually obscured.
Veiled in the
Sorry,
mist.
I wrote it down because I can't type right now. And it kind of needs to be, okay, repeat. I'm so sorry.
A wizard,
A wizard,
an
a knight, and an
astronaut,
astronaut goes over a.
mountain peak above a ruined city.
Okay, so it, I wrote it down for myself. A wizard, a knight, an astronaut.
And a
Goes
cowboy.
over, and a cowboy. My bad.
Don't forget the cowboy, Simone.
I'm sorry. I like cowboys. Where was I going with that? Oh my god. Or cowboy.
A very weird Baldur's Gate.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. No, I know that. Make sure that there's commas here. You had it. I'm so sorry. Just I don't. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay, Bokan, I understand your point. Yeah. So Bokan landed on the word pose as being perhaps unhelpful to the person who's prompting. You might want to say pose together, or in fact use something more descriptive than pose. But Bokan thinks the prompt is pretty okay. Bokan, this prompt will not work at all. Why do you think it's pretty okay? This prompt will not work at all. Let's run it. I don't want you to waste your what do I call it? Your minutes. Okay, there we go. As you can see, They're all very, very blended. In fact, they're so blended here that there's one missing. But if we take the advice of Damage, Case, and Collect and say 4 characters posed together on a mountaintop, on the left is a wizard. On the right is an astronaut. This is going to take a long time. Yeah. There we go. Oh, look, we got Buzz Lightyear.
Okay. Okay, sorry. So when I made mine, it said the pose, like when I did it, the poses are all over the place. And I don't know, it's geez Louise. And I don't have really a time of day. It's I don't have night. It doesn't get, I have all over the place in time of day. And I don't know, it came out where there was fog. One of them's in the clouds. My partially hidden city was in the clouds. It didn't tell me where it was. Was it in the ground? It didn't tell me if it was anywhere else. It just said the partially hidden city here. It's showing me in a clouded city. Like it was in the clouds. One said one showed it was in the water. It didn't matter if I was on a mountain or not. And the poses were weird. One was behind the cowboy. One showed my cowboy down the hill more, and one showed he was sitting. So it was really, really vague.
So the solution is I am not getting my knight in armor. That's freaking me out.
I rewrote it I don't know if this is too much. This might be too long. I just put
Clarinet, please one of these with a different. Okay, hold on. Speed. Four characters and 4 different characters.
yeah.
Oh, and I didn't say mountaintop either. I said a mounted top. Oh, there, I got my knife. Oh, different. I got my knight with different, but they're still blending. I think they're still blending because I haven't. It might help if I. Four different characters on a mountaintop. This is a tough one.
I'm not getting a city.
Yeah, I took the city out of my prompt for this example, just to try to get the characters sorted out. There we go. That's perfect. Ha! We got it.
This is
So this is
a 2.
this is the prompt that ended up being correct, you guys. I'll paste it in. 4 different, thank you, Collect, characters posed together on a mountaintop. On the left is a wizard. There's a knight in full armor. There's also a cowboy. On the right is an astronaut.
Yeah, I don't have city.
By pinning the astronaut and the wizard on the left and right, it seemed to have cleaned it up a little bit. Good job, you guys.
I put 4 characters pose on a grassy hilltop at night. The character on the left is a wizard in a glowing cloak, Lord, with a tall hat. Next to him, a knight in heavy armor holds a sword at his side. The third character is an astronaut in a stretched Eva suit, whatever you want to call it, EVA, with the tinted visor. On the right, a cowboy stands with wide-brimmed hat and a rifle slung across his shoulder. Below them, a glowing city is partially veiled in low fog. But I didn't quite get it. It didn't quite come out correctly, but it did come out kind of cool in a couple of them. But they look fake. It kind of looks like League of Legends, though.
All right. Are
Oh,
we ready
cool.
for round 7? Our leaders right now are Collect in the lead, followed by Simone and Bocan, and then Damage Case and Noob Lady.
Uh-oh. Lost
Oh,
you.
and Himbo. Himbo's up there too.
I lost my buzzer. No. Damn. I lost my buzzer.
Do you need me to paste the buzzer again? So you can go back in. Here's the buzzer for
Yeah.
those of you who lost your buzzer and want to go right back in there. Oops. Well, now I pasted it and then immediately deleted it.
Where are you?
There we go.
There we go.
Welcome to Promptcraft Live. Promptcraft Live. Today we are play testing a game that does not have a name. If you are watching the game and you feel like you have a name in mind, right now I'm calling it Fix a Prompt or something. Throw your ideas in the chat. I have cleared the buzzer for round 7. For round 7. Hands on your buzzer, please, if you would like to play with round 7. Nice work, those of you who are doing the 4 characters. Good job, good job. Okay, let's see. Round 7 is a surreal mountain scene painted across a wide canvas with a 16:9 layout. We have Collect. We have Simone. We have Bocan and Damage Case. Those of you who are typing, start typing what you think what you can spot that's wrong with the prompt. 16:9 noob. What would the correction be, Damage Keys? Besides calling them noob. What about you, Simone? What do you see wrong with a surreal mountain scene painted across a wide canvas with a 16:9 layout?
Like, none of that made sense to me. Like, I mean, you can put it on a canvas. I don't even know what. And I'm an artist, but none of that made sense.
Okay.
Like, did you? It's 16:9. You said, right? Not 69.
Right. It says a surreal mountain scene painted across a wide canvas with 16:9 layout. That's the prompt.
Okay, so if it's wide, then it's redundant. Okay, so landscape, a mountain. That's it. Like, what kind of mountain? That was very vague.
It is
Surreal,
vague.
meaning. So it's surreal. Like, what's surreal about it? It's very ambiguous. I don't know.
Hey, it's ambiguous. So collect says -- AR 16:9 is the correct way to achieve this. That is correct. You cannot just say with a 16:9 layout in the prompt. It has to be a parameter.
It has to be AR.
Yep. I will not assume the person does not want a picture of a canvas with a surreal painting on it, as the game master wants me to assume. Fair enough. Painting of landscape, surreal mountain, more description in style of, okay, very good. So it's sort of an incomplete prompt. It's missing the aspect ratio. It's vague. What is the surreal thing they want? Do they want to see a canvas? So collect is just has faith in the person typing those in that that's what they want to see. Damage has a question. It's a good question. Bocan says the aspect ratio is prompted wrong. The canvas doesn't need description because it would just add a layer of paper under the painting. So describing a surreal painting will be added behind the prompt like a setting. Bocan would suggest saying mountain surreal painting. I would hit the buzzer and say that lacks grammatical structure and therefore is a less reliable prompt than one that does have a grammatical structure. Bocan. That doesn't mean you shouldn't prompt that way, but if you're going for prompt adherence, strings of words are less likely to land on prompt adherence than grammatical sentences. That's just the way diffusion works. It doesn't mean you shouldn't prompt that way. I mean, it's going to do exactly what you want it to do. It's the way you prompt. You're fluent in it. You know what to add. It gives you what you like. That means it's the right way to prompt. But for people who are troubleshooting because of they're not getting what they want, one of the pieces of advice that I would give and collect might give, and damage case might give, and Tennyson might give is like, hey, try going ahead and putting that in a sentence rather than just listing words separated by commas. Words separated by commas may be less adherent than sentences.
This is what I got. Oops.
Okay, I am clearing the buzzer and we are going to move to round 8. Like this pointing out that when he speaks, he decrees rather than suggests. Fair enough. Round 8, the buzzer is cleared and we are ready to try round 8. Round 8 is a minimalist logo featuring a cat sitting on top of a laptop designed for a small tech startup. A minimalist logo featuring a cat sitting on top of a laptop designed for a small tech startup.
Where's my buzzer?
We have Bocan, Tennyson, and Damage Case as our top 3. Let's start at the bottom. Well, let's put it this way. Those of you who are typing, start typing. I would say collect that if you are aiming for prompt adherence, the ambiguity in the sentence may be part of your problem.
Okay, I have
Assigning a point to collect, assigning a point to, where is collect? I'm trying to find you. Collect, assigning a point to damage case. Well, it's not ambiguous, really. Well, we can't tell what's designed for a small tech startup. The picture? The laptop? I think that the purpose explanation, if Johnny Bones were still here, he would definitely catch this one, that saying that something is designed for a small tech startup. Midjourney doesn't have any ability to extrapolate from what you prompt. So if you tell Midjourney it's designed for a small tech startup, it it can't, all it's going to do is correlate to small tech and startup. It is not going to research what small tech startup logos look like and then write a prompt for you that matches your desire. That's what ChatGPT or Gemini might do, but it is not what Midjourney will do. So that's ambiguous. I would also say this is just a stickler, but if you say sitting on top of a laptop, is that on top of a closed laptop, on top of an open laptop? Midjourney goes a little crazy with laptops if you don't say whether they're open or closed. That's not a point winner. That's just something I'm saying. All right. Is that running the prompt as is? Yeah. This is a great point, Damage Case. Look at how many different positions the cat is in. Collections, I think this game would be better if we have the prompt that is wrong, and alongside it, we had an image of the desired result or a description of the desired result. Okay, Collect, let me think about that. So that's a good point. Okay, so Bocan, Tennyson, Damage Case. Simone, I'm putting your points back because it looks like you got logged out. All right. Wow, we've got a three-way tie between Bocan, Simone, and Damage Case. We've got Simone twice. Let me fix that. Okay, did I get that right? Okay. All right, I'm clearing the buzzer for round 9 out of 10. So you have 2 more opportunities to break your tie and to beat Collect. Well, Khan says it's an unclear vision of what the person really wants. Well, Khan, you make a good point. When we're trying to help people with their prompts, one of the things we're constantly having to ask is, okay, but what are you trying to do? Because when the prompt's not working, it usually means that the vision is unclear to Midjourney and to human beings. Often the person has in their head something far more specific than they've actually written down. Very interesting. All right, hands on the buzzer for round 9. Round 9. Round 9, we're kind of starting now. Oh, Simone says MJ doesn't know what you want if you don't. Yeah. Personally, I would say go find an Esra if you like to use. It's far more consistent. Nice idea, New Lady. Yeah. All right. Round 9. A mysterious forest filled with forgotten dreams and untold stories, cloaked in the hush of ancient grief. Simone has buzzed in. Bocan, Collect. Damage Case. All right. Those of you who are typing, just start typing. And we will see whether Bocan and Damage Case can break their tie. Go ahead, Simone. Yeah, go.
Ambiguous at best. No characters, no vision. You have no idea what's going on there. It's all emotional. So MJ does not do emotion. It does
It-
emotion if it's with something else. Like, I don't know if there's a character. I don't even know. Forgotten Dream. What does a Forgotten Dream look like? And
Right.
Untold Story. There might be a book, maybe, if we're lucky. And cloaked in hush of an ancient grief. Is somebody crying? What does it look like? What does grief look like? Will there be a willow tree that's hanging? I don't know. None of this makes any sense. Will make any sense to MJ. It's all very ambiguous, very vague. And I will never know what that looks like.
You can't tell what the person is going for. Well, you can. I mean, if I say a mysterious forest filled with forgotten dreams and untold stories cloaked in the hush of ancient grief, I get that they probably want a misty forest, something like that. I don't know. I'd have to ask them. You guys are right. It's too abstract. There's not enough visuals. I can't tell exactly what you're going for. Midjourney can't either. It's not that this prompt won't run. This prompt will do fine, but what it will create is the archetype of whatever these words are. And which is probably a misty forest, I'm just going to guess, with maybe a figure centered in there you go.
It made me, oh, that's actually really pretty, but I have no idea if that's what it's going for. And I have no idea what that is.
Right. But if you support
What in
this
the world?
exact prompt with the mood boards and image refs, it might be a good prompt. That's a great point, Damage Case, because when you give this an SREF or a mood board or a profile, then those things imbue the vague words with something a little more specific. Each of those things, like the profile interprets dreams in a certain way. The SREF interprets dreams in a certain way. So if I just hand this over to a random SREF, I will start getting something that is specific to that SREF. So if I can find an SREF that I like, I may be able to wrangle this prompt into something that I like. I mean, if I was after this look, then this prompt did a good job when paired with this SREF. The mood board does not override the text prompt. The mood board imbues the words. It doesn't override it. It gives the words their content. It fills up. It's like as if each word is an empty vessel waiting for the mood board or the profile or the SREF to fill it, because the human didn't fill it. And that's happening even if you do not use a mood board, an SREF, or a profile, because stylize is the default mood board, SREF, or profile, if you will. The default house style, and it's making decisions about what it looks like in the absence of you. And that's how we get the misty forest. The soul of it, says Bokran, yeah. So you're almost right, Alistair. I would say imbue. I don't want to assume that I interpret those words the same way another person would visually speaking. That's fair. Collect would be a very good support, Promptcraft support person, because he would say, I am not going to help you until you tell me exactly in your own words what you're looking for, because I cannot shape this prompt in the right direction until I know your goal. Ancient grief looks very different to each of us. That's fair. My grief is mainly, this year. It's not very ancient at all. Nublady says there is color psychology in regards to emotions that MJ seemingly stays close to, yet not consistently. Fair enough. So what I think Nublady is talking about is that emotion words themselves have archetypes like anger and red, thick and green. Right. These are color correlations that sort of exist culturally and will probably have archetypes in the training data. But just as Nublady says, yellow, Hebo, what Nublady says, it won't be consistent, because so many other words in your prompt are gonna come into play. If I say, a man in a blue shirt is happy, it's unlikely he'll be wearing a yellow shirt. It's a stupid example, but you see what I'm talking about. She is boiling with rage. Santa is an angry, angry man. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is the final round. Oh, did I assign points? I didn't. Okay, clearing the buzzer, bringing the buzzer back. So far, we've got Collect ahead with 7, Bocan and Damage Case tied, followed by Simone, and also Simone, and Himbo, and Tennyson. Final round, hands on your buzzers, please. Round 10 is add a burst of neon light behind the subject and make the background dark. Add a burst of neon light behind the subject and make the background dark. Those of you who are typing, go ahead and type. Whatever you think. Simone did not use nano banana. That's good, Brenda. Himbo earns a point. Not specific to exactly what they're trying to see, says Damage Case, and what they've written contradicts itself. Add a burst of neon light behind the subject and make the background dark. The lighting settings are described wrong, but focus is wrong. Bocan, tell me what you mean by that. Himbo points out that writing in the imperative tense may not help you. Clark says AI service provider lack of communication about their platform and how their tech works. Supposing it's just magic is the mistake. So Colette is saying that Midjourney doesn't teach anyone how to prompt, so people wander in from ChatGPT and start typing like that, and that's Midjourney's fault.
I'm sorry, the buzzer would not take my thing. It wouldn't click.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Didn't have a subject. What was the subject? It was ambiguous with that. It was very vague, and it didn't tell me what was the neon light, like what color did I want, and like who was the subject. The background was dark,
So,
but what is the background?
specificity.
The what?
So your criticism is the specificity of the prompt.
Yeah, because when I ran it, I have a girl who's kind of like clubbing,
Right,
and
because
then I have
neon.
one that, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry.
Okay, well, that brings us to
Sorry.
round 10. Round 10 concludes the first ever play of buzzing in to fix the prompt. I am not at all sure what we should call this damn thing. Any ideas for what we should call it? Oh, by the way, you can see the winner is Collect by 2. Wait, I didn't. Did it go up? Sorry, you guys. It was Collect by 8. Bocan and Damage Case at 6. Simone at 5. Himbo at 4. I'm calling for basic explanation in simple English. What is a diffusion model? What is an LLM? How do they work? How are they trained? You think Midjourney should supply that information? Well, I can. I can throw that on our site, which is coming around. It's not live yet. Well, I mean, the final version of it is not live yet. Is Abby here? Did she hear that? I'll send this to Abby and let her know.
I put my new one in the
wants
chat.
us to include this.
Prompt tagonist.
Prompt and circumstance. Promptocolette. I can't pronounce that. Promptagonist, impromptu, error plane, promptzilla, the prompting dead, prompt and consequence, who prompted it, prompt detective, prompt diagnosis. Prompt differentials. Very house. Not like prompt buzz mix. Buzz theme, yeah. Somehow I think somebody's using that. I mean, what I call it on my document is fix a prompt. But we're not really trying to fix it. Promptzilla. I love Promptzilla, except that I don't think people will know what it is just from hearing it.
I'd be curious. But I did like the whose prompt is it anyway?
That's cute. Emo, I wish you were in voice because your posh accent saying that would be so great. Oh no, Alistair, we can do that. Buzzkill. Oh man, damage case. Ah. It's metal. All right. So, any improvements? Because I have another round we can do using any improvements that we thought of. So we can go again. I'm not sure we should, but we can. I have to end the game and give you another tag. Do you guys want to go again? Simone does. Okay, Brenda, see you later. Okay, damage case. Well, we will not do another round then, since most of our players are heading out. I see. It's a little fatiguing, isn't it, this game? What do you guys think of doing rounds of 5 instead of 10? So that winners are declared more quickly. Yeah. I might add goal statements. Like I might go ahead and say, this person is, well, the idea was to make it truly competitive, Himbo. But in the end, I was just so interested in hearing what everyone had to say that I didn't care if you buzzed in. What kind of game would require a buzzer? Collect like with a timer? The scoreboard is nice. Only the first person who gets it right gets the point. Collect, that's fine, but multiple people will get it right. And we can't go by how fast people type.
I have to chime in here.
Hmm.
I know people are like saying this is taking too long and all that, but what you don't might not understand, it makes in the real world a workflow much faster in the end.
What is?
So doing this, though, it might take longer just playing this game. When you start learning better, when you start to make this faster, it ends up making in the real world your workflow a lot faster because you know your prompts.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening now in my life because I kept coming to Promptcraft, and then now my stuff looks 10 times better, and my shit goes so much faster. I don't have to keep going back and editing and editing and editing. No, my stuff comes out the way I want it, and then I go on with my day. That's my thing.
It makes me so happy to hear. I mean, I'm actually like head and hands relieved to hear that it is helpful.
It is.
Basically
that's
says,
why we're learning.
thank you. Thank you. Collect says, do you want an actual competitive game or do you want a community event? Well, what do you guys think? Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be for learning. It's supposed to be to challenge advanced users in particular. It's supposed to be so people like Collect and myself are sometimes maybe stumped or have to think for a minute. Here's what I might do. I might say you get an extra point if you use the buzzer, but you can still earn, like if you buzz in an answer, your right answer earns you 2 points. If you do not buzz in an answer, you can have 1 point. I think that's what I'll do. So, in other words, buzzing in can get you ahead faster. Double your points by using the buzzer. Me too, noob lady. Surprisingly, I spend most of my time just kind of messing around than I do, aiming, unless I'm helping someone, right? If I'm helping someone, then of course I put on my adherency hat. So, shall we play an experimental game that's more up noob lady's alley? Let me see if I can get us into a room together. Because if so, I've got a game for us. Are you able to get into the Promptcraft room? What is this? What is this? Werewolf art project. Oh, let's see.
What is this thing?
Wow. It's just New Lady throwing her ChatGPT idea at the wall to see if it sticks. We only have an hour, so I don't think we can pursue this one. But what I'd like to do, if you made it into Promptcraft room, do what Himbo did and prompt something so I can see that you're checked in. And then Noob Lady will do an exploration game. Okay, we have Himbo, we have Tendenson. The web room you want to join is this one. Balkan, every channel starts with the word prompt so that if you need to know where to go for prompts, you just search for the word prompt and all the right channels show up. If all the channels had different names, no one could search to find them. We very intentionally made sure that all the channels to do with prompting had the word prompt in them.
Am I in here? Am I in the right room?
I see Twisted Reality. I see Noob Lady. I see Himbo. I see Tennyson. I do not yet see. I see Collect, but only for 20 minutes.
Can't get in then. Where the hell are you in?
All right, so this game involves prompts of 3 words. So that's a constraint, okay, Noob Lady? Prompts have to be 3 words. 3-word prompts.
Am I in here now? Okay, I think I'm in here now. It's a new journey.
See Joseph. I do not yet see Simone. Okay, 3-word prompts. The point of this exercise is, first of all, I have to make this small so that we make this a little smaller. Ah, crap. Can I not? Doesn't work 100%. Okay. So what we're doing, you need to be here, Simone. I'll put you see where it says web room? This, I call this game Rainbow Trolling or Rainbow Trolls. We're going to do this as fast as we possibly can. I'm going to give you a color and a category. And using 3 words only, you're going to prompt that. And what's going to happen is if we go fast enough, the screen is going to scroll in a rainbow. Make sure you're in draft mode. Please go into draft mode. I almost forgot to say that. Please go into draft mode. Draft mode. All right, ready? We're going to do red animals. 3-word prompts. Red animals. For example, crimson fire tiger. Okay, very good. Keep them coming. Orange insects. Go, 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 go. This is a speed thing. Well, come on, draft mode. Red. Orange. Get your oranges in there. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, here comes orange.
I'm sorry, I had lost you. What we're doing is 3-word prompts.
Yep, red animals, orange insects, yellow vegetables, green monsters. What I'm doing is I'm creating by prompting this way in draft mode. Make sure you're in draft mode. We're creating a rainbow scroll, which is so cool to look at.
Where's no, it's not letting me do me. Requested device not found.
Hi, blue baby animals. All right, we're going now. Hey, Ari. Oh, this looks so cool. Red, orange, yellow, green,
Blue baby what?
baby animals.
Animals. Okay.
What the heck is going on with this fish? Purple flowers. Okay, we're going to zoom past purple into brown. Beautiful purples.
Mhm.
Look at that.
Mm.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Oh, the purple looks great. Brown fashion, black minerals. We are playing Rainbow Trolls. White magical creatures. And last but not least, Wow. Nice pants, Tennyson. Brown sad rainbow god. If this is not a picture of my life, I don't know what is. Squid jacket. Awesome. And the last one is pink foods. That looks so cool. I don't know if anyone else is busy scrolling through it, but it looks great. The reason why I call it Rainbow Trolls is because when we first did this, rooms were very popular and people had no idea what was happening. Well, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple was standard, but then I just kept going because it was fun. Now I'm hungry. Twisted reality. That looks fantastic. So the reason why it was called Trolls originally is that when we first tried this game, I don't know if anyone here was there, but rooms had been released fairly recently, so we would all pile into Promptcraft and suddenly do this rainbow game. And like 30 people are standing around, they have no idea what happened. Just all of a sudden, just this rainbow, just rainbows going by at full speed. You know, their scroll just turns into this parade of color. And it was very satisfying to watch people go, what the fuck? Now that the rooms are relatively empty, the effect is a little bit less troll-like. Oh my God, Stu. I'm so hungry, you guys. Okay. So that was the open-ended game I thought we might enjoy just for funsies. Hopefully in draft mode, you're all good for minutes. I forgot to give the winners. I still have thank God I still have the winners list to give your like that's why it's competitive. That's why you want to buzz in, because you get fast hours. You get fast hours. That's why everyone wants to play, right? Giving the winners their fast hours right now. This is Promptcraft Live, and where's Damage Case? I tell you what, if you have any questions about Midjourney or you are tackling a project or puzzle and you would like some help, this is a great forum to ask that question. This is our advanced user group. Collect those, sure, but the question is not whether or not people are motivated to buzz in. It's more a question what the function of the buzzer is. People want to play even if there's no prize or no buzzer. I don't know. Only we had 27 people in the room and only 7 of them were playing. So does everyone want to play? I don't know. Maybe? A lot of people just want to chill out and listen and absorb. Collect, are you suggesting that we actually have the event is called Promptcraft Games? Oh yeah? Okay. All right, you guys, you heard it from Collect, first of all. And one of the things Collect is often is right. So it's true. I'm just saying what's true. Kicked out of what, Simone? Everything. Well, don't struggle too much with it because we are coming to the end of this event. One of the things I owe all of you guys is an update on the soundscapes. There are 3 soundscapes coming up. They will be at various times and hosted by various people. And some of it will be, one of them will be Stu's stuff. Some of it will be Snoopy Time Lord stuff. And some of it will be Westendorf stuff. So look for that. And as usual, if you have a minute to leave a feedback, go ahead and do that. What's fun about leaving feedback is that if you leave your email address, you will eventually get a digital goodie. I have submitted the very first free digital goodie to Midjourney legal, whatever. So they're gonna look through it and make sure that it can come from Midjourney. If I tried to phrase everything as, sort of somewhat maybe so that they don't get like, you can't say that Midjourney does that. Everywhere I said Midjourney may. It's possible that. So hopefully that will allow those digital freebies to be communicated. If Midjourney doesn't feel comfortable sending out that kind of information from a midjourney.com email address for legal reasons, because as you know, Midjourney is at the intersection of a lot of attention, then I will send it out from another means. I will figure it out. All this to say that feedback form, yeah, freebie that goes through a lawyer. I know. It's just because Midjourney is at the intersection of a lot of important conversations right now. So I am part of that. I am part of being careful. That doesn't mean I don't drop F-bombs, but it does mean that that we are careful. And it also means that if they look at the type of thing I want to send out, because it's an example, I said this is the sort of thing, and they say we can't in good conscience allow that sort of thing to come from Midjourney, then it'll come from the Midjourney community instead. It's all the same thing. I know. I see you guys are laughing, but it's true. Twisted and Symbolia. I mean, what if I threw together a freebie that used the word busy? Right? Not cool. They have to make sure that I'm not doing that. Of course I'm not, but they have to make sure that I'm not. Right. What I'm afraid they're going to come back with
What?
is, I'm afraid they're going to come back with stuff like, we're not sure that this information is written at the level that ordinary people will understand. And I'll be like, no, you don't understand. This is a freebie for the people that were at that event that day. So if it says, haha, purple flowers, brown mushrooms, black minerals, white magical pink foods, that's not being obscure. That's talking to the people who are at that event that day. But they might say, like, if this comes from Midjourney in general, we need it to be very, very much Midjourney tone, Midjourney type of content, and so on. And as Collect pointed out, that is quite different than what we do in the community. In the community, we get into it. Welcome, David. Welcome, Buck. Oh, absolutely, Collect. Yeah, we'll get right on that. You have joined the tail end of Promptcraft Live. Today we have piloted a new game called Fix a Prompt, Buzzkill, Promptzilla. Did we decide? It was cool. It was a fun game. Makes me wonder, like, is it going to be a boring game after a round because there's only so many things that can be wrong with prompts? Like, after a while, you'll be like, oh, it's one of the 20 things that can be wrong with prompts. Which of the 20 is it? It's that one. This is very easy. I suppose if everyone gets to that point, then they're very well educated. There are infinite ways to make prompting mistakes. I don't know. We'll find out. I tell you what, though, one of the things we should do is have people submit prompts to be entered as rounds, like a real prompt that you're struggling with. Enter it as a round. Like the dog with a tentacle tail was an actual thing I was trying to do. Exactly, Himbo. Get more subtle. I might have to get more subtle. I mean, certainly if you start using very long prompts as your puzzle, you can start getting pretty confusing. That's right, Noob Lady. You keep reminding people, Noob Lady, because that is incredibly important. This is all about prompt adherence on the one hand and art on the other. Exactly, Collect. You guys are both right. we must all go. You have reached the end of Promptcraft Live on this October 23rd, 2025. I hope you guys are slowly getting used to the fact that it's going to be 2026 and that you will stay with Midjourney through the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and December holiday season. We have a lot of fun in store. Love that, Nimbo. Let me think about that. The arrow of time moves so fast. It really does. The older you get, the faster it moves. Totally true. Well, thanks everyone for joining me for Promptcraft Live. Again, the feedback form is in your local chat if you want it